and welcome to Risk Takers Unleashed. My name is Mike Grier, and I'm glad you're here. On the Risk Takers Unleashed podcast, we speak with the most interesting people in business, entrepreneurship, technology, real estate, media and entertainment, sports, and life in general. I find that most successful people have endeavored some level of risk to get to where they are. For some, it is a physical risk, a stunt person, an alpinist, for example. For others, it is taking an iconoclastic path, whether spiritually, intellectually, or venturing against the normal consensus with a unique approach or perspective. It is the journey, the bold venture, the failures, the losses, and ultimately the victory, however that may be defined, that makes their stories so interesting. Risk Takers Unleashed brings you these people to discuss their journey and what's next, what's important to pay attention to, and what to ignore. We'll get the story behind the story and all the details of what makes them successful. Further, if I find a story that strikes me as interesting and important from a risk assessment, risk-taking, or risk management perspective, I'll bring you that in a quick solo shot as the desire or occasion strikes. It is possible that we will be joined on the broadcast by either Noel or Milo, my production staff, depending on their schedules and availability. As for me, I'm fortunate to have lived a life that has introduced me to so many leaders in their respective fields. I have lived all over the country, Florida, California, New Mexico, New York, and currently Tennessee, among other places. I have been fortunate to travel the world in my professional career: Europe, Africa, the Middle East, Asia-Pac. Professionally, I have worked in a strategic enterprise context with the very best business and technology minds during my tenures at Hughes Electronics, Cambridge Technology Partners, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Cisco Systems, TiVo, Gartner, Adobe, and Nokia, among others. In addition to holding an MBA in finance from the Anderson School at UCLA and Bachelor of Science in Communications from the University of Miami, I have trained in a variety of topics like machine learning, artificial intelligence, blockchain, and decentralized finance. I'm a college football fanatic with a particular focus paid to ACC and SEC conferences, and whatever is left of the Pac-12. I love few things more than a fast motorcycle ride followed by a fine cigar. As a younger person, I grew up deep-sea fishing off the shelf in South Florida and racing dirt bikes in the Everglades. I still like adventure and people who pursue similar interests. I found that, almost to a person, the risk takers that I meet embrace a certain ethos. In addition to their main focus, they tend to be polymath and will always surprise you when you delve into their backgrounds, whether the market analyst who lives to be in front row of a Lamb of God concert, the TV producer who paddles out to sunset on a big day, the executive leadership coach who ventures to Ayutthaya, Thailand on a spiritual retreat. These are the types of people we will talk to. So jump on board, subscribe, and stay tuned for what comes next. You can find Risk Takers Unleashed on all your favorites: YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Google, and iHeartRadio. Thanks for listening, and welcome.